Okay, we will start the session. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know when you can see it. Can you see my screen? Hello, Hari. Okay. Okay, so in yesterday's, in previous sessions, we have discussed about the introduction of Tableau and we have discussed some of the fundamentals. And also we have discussed about how to prepare different varieties of charts and which chart to use for the which kind of data. So that we have discussed. So today we are going to discuss about uh, some of the few other charts that are there. And 1 second. Okay, so some of the other charts that we are going to discuss. So deviation type of charts, distribution, ranking, part to whole, and spatial type. So spatial type is nothing but map charts and all, and how the flow works, like how to prepare flow kind of representation. So those things we are going to discuss today. Yeah. So in any chart, so if we prepare any of the worksheet or the dashboard that we prepare, so we need to answer few of the questions to the data that we provide. So now we have a bullet chart, or we can call this as a bar chart. So let me create it in Tableau. Okay, so let's take a category and let's take profit. Okay, so whenever we create deviation charts, such as the average or median, so if you wanted to know unusually high or low profit in the margins, so you would see a deviation. So in that type of chart, we will be able to see, let's say you have the negative profit and you have the positive profit. So how far the norm does this measure trailing? So there are some values which you get in the positive direction and you get in the negative direction as well. This is called as a deviation chart or a bar chart. So we need to understand, is there a pattern across this deviation? So whenever there is a data change, let's say if we put some region column in the filter and show it as a filter, and we should be able to see the pattern of each and every region. So if you see, there are some subcategories which have negative values. So there is a pattern for each and every. So there is a pattern for each and every region that we have. And now we have for South. So there are some subcategories which have negative profit. So in those type of situations, like whenever we have a dimension, which is a region or a subcategory, when it has any uh, magnetic value, so then we choose this bar chart, or we can call this as a deviation type of charts. So there has to be a pattern. So whenever you think there is a pattern, like you have profit and sales, whenever you have negative sales or negative profit, so then we choose this deviation type of charts. Now let's go to the distribution. So this chart is very important to know where is the frequency of, I mean, let's say in which frequency the more number of people or the more number of customers who are purchasing. So if you want to know, then we go for histogram chart. So basically this is the very most important chart. Okay. To know about this chart, so we need to know about bins. So bins is a concept, or it's a tool that we use in Tableau. So where we create bins on top of measures. Measures like sales, profit, value, or any numbers. So we create bins on any of the measures. So let's say we have a data like, let's take an example of sales on. So I have a customer who made sales of $200. Customer one, customer one who had made sales of $200. Customer two who had made $300. Customer three, 400, 500. So bin is something making a group of values for this particular data. So if I'm making a bin on top of this sales, let me take in an Excel. Sale value. And so if I create a bin for every, let's say 200, for every 200, if I create a bin, so you will get 0 to 200, and this will be between 200 to 300, sorry, 200 to 400, and this will be between same 200 to 400, and this is in between 400 to 600. So for every 200, if I am making a bin, so in that particular sale amount, whichever comes in, so that will be part of, uh, so it will create a group for that particular number of sales. Let me just create on top of sales. We need to go to the measure and create bin. And for every $500 sales, I'm creating a bin. I'll name it as sales bin. $500. So for every for every sales, so this will contain $0 to $500, and this will contain $500 to $1,000, and this will contain $1,000 to $1,500. So for every $500, I have created a bin. So now I want to know Okay, so the customers who made purchase of $0 to $500, the number of customers who made purchase of $0 to $500, we have the count now. So 9,000 customers made $0 to $500 of sales, and there are customers who made a purchase of $0 to $4,500. There are only 8 customers who made $4,500 to $5,000 of purchases. So in that way, we will be able to know the number of customers who made the purchases in between 0 to. So in this view, we can understand. So there are customers who made purchases. Most of the customers are making purchases in between $0 to $500. So that we can identify with this particular graph. And we can also show the label. So if you click on this show mark labels, so you can see that value. And in the axis also, we can edit the axis, and we can choose the axis to show for every $500. Okay, so for every $500, you can see the tick mark. Okay, so in this way, you can identify clearly that 0 to 500, there are 9,000 customers who made purchases. So basically what it does is, let me show you the data. So this is our sales. So I'll just sort it. Okay. So basically this is grouping the entire sales $0 to $500. So the number of customers, it is just counting the number of customers who made 0 to $500 of sales. So it will count up to this $500. And it will show the row count, and it will give you the information. So if you go to the bottom, there are very less number of customers who made 22,638. You have only one person. So if you go to this sheet, so you have in the bin 22,500 to 23,000, you have only one person. So that count it is given. So that is about a histogram chart. So this answers the number of customers who made purchases in that bucket, like 0 to 500 or 500 to 1,000. So whichever number of bin that you want to create, so it will give us the information on that particular bin. So that is about histogram chart. So the process of creating the histogram chart, so I will explain you once again. So go to your new sheet. So we need to pick up any measure and right click on that, create bin. So here we need to select the size of the bin and sales bin 500. Okay, and okay, so basically here it is showing 0, but eventually in the backend it will be 0 to 500, and it will be 500 to 1,000. So it is grouping the sale value, and I want to know the number of customers who made purchases in between that span. So I'll just take the count. So here I'm getting the information of So to know, like here it is showing only 0, 500 and all. So to know the between value like 0 to 500. So that's the reason I'm converting this to continuous, so that you will know from here to here the number of customers, and from here to here what is the number of customers. Like 0 to 500 we have 9,000 customers, and 500 to 1,000 we have 705 customers. So that is the importance of histogram chart. So now let's go to ranking chart. So this is also a kind of bar chart where we can know the information of the values by seeing the color of the thickness of the color. So if the thickness of the color is more, then we can identify the value is more. The thickness of the color is less, then the value is less. Let's go to a bar chart. So to create any bar chart, so we need to have one dimension and one measure. And also if you click on this show me button, so you will be able to see the prerequisites of creating any of the chart. So if you just hover on that particular chart, so you will be able to see. So if you want to create any text table, you need to have one or more dimensions or one or more measures. Likewise, if you hover on a bar chart, so you need 0 or more dimensions or one measure. Even with one single measure also, you can create a bar chart. So if you just put sales, so you will get one bar. So yeah, and put subcategory here. So by default, whenever you take dimension, any category or subcategory or region, anything which has names, it will automatically choose the bar chart. Tableau will automatically choose the bar chart. So if you go to another chart, let's say sales, and you select order date. So whenever there is date in your data, so if you double click on this, Tableau will automatically choose you line chart. So basically, when you have date, you need to go for line. Why? Because we are showing the trend, how the trend is performing for sales. Like, was it going up or was it going down? So if you want to know those details for date, you must choose line chart. Even if you want to see a bar chart for this, we can convert this into a bar chart as well. So just go to show me, click on bar chart. So in that way, we can convert anything into bar chart or anything into line chart. But basically, as per reporting standards, so whenever you have any date in your data, you need to create a line chart. When you have other dimensions, then we make a bar chart. So now let's just sort it based on the increasing order. And if I put this sum of sales in the color, so control select sum of sales and put it in the color. Okay, so by the thickness of the color, we can identify the sales value is more or less. So this is about ranking. And there is one more important interview question, and This, I mean, this is mostly used for the interview question. So, and how to create top end and bottom end sets. Let's say if whenever we create any worksheet, if I have this value, customer name and sales. So user can see a lot of customer names and yeah, so you have a lot of customers. So, but user want to see, if you want to see the bottom customers also, like at a time, you should be able to see only top 5 customers and the bottom 5 customers at a time. So then we need to create a, a set for that. So let me explain you. So I will tell you about bins and sets again. So bins topic we have discussed. In the coming sessions, we will separately discuss about what is bin and sets. For sets also we have a separate session, but for to explain about this particular chart, I'll tell you a brief introduction about that sets. So sets is a combination of dimension and measure by applying condition on measure. So I'll show you how to apply condition on measure. So now let's go to any of the customer name. So we have the dimension as customer name as we want to see top 5 customers. So just right click on this, go to create and click on set. So here we have a lot of options. Go to top and click on by field and just select 5. And so here we can choose the the dimensions or the measures, whichever we want to select. So I want to conditionalize this one by sales, and I can select the aggregation value also. So I just want the sum. So mostly we use only the sum. So I'll just write it as top 5. And put it in filter. So it is showing us the top 5. So this is to create the top 5. Now let's see how to create the bottom 5. So this name is as top 5. And right click on any of the sheet and you can make a duplicate of the exact sheet, or you can convert it as a cross tab also. I'll just show you what is cross tab. So cross tab is nothing but a tabular chart. So you can see the data in a table view. And when you duplicate, so it will copy as it is. And I'll create one more set. Create set and click on this by field. Here you can select bottom also and name it as 5. Name the set as bottom 5. Okay, so now it is showing you bottom 5. So, and now so this is for to create top 5, bottom 5 separately. Now we'll see how to combine these two, top and bottom 5. So right click, sorry. So now we need to select the two sets that we have created, top and bottom. So you need to control select these two sets that we have created just now and right click. So there is an option called create combined set. Just click on that, and you need the both. I mean, you need the data from both the sets. So you need to select all members in both sets and rename this as top and bottom 5. And say okay, and use this as filter. So now you have top and bottom 5 at a time. And if you want to see segregation, put one of the column, one of the set in the dimension or rows. So here you can see in and out. So whenever we create any set, let's say top 5. So in top 5, we have created one set. So whatever is top 5, that will come in inside box, and what is not part of that particular set, that will be out of the set. So that's why it is shown as in and out. And we can rename this to top 5 and bottom 5. So in this way, we can represent the top 5 and bottom 5. And so this set is dynamic. Let's say now we have Seen Miller and Tamara Chandan, all these customers. So whenever the data changes in the backend, let's say you got the new data or you got the latest 2023 data. So in 2023, these 10 customers might not be the top 5 and bottom 5 customers. So there might be change in the name of the customers. So this set is a dynamic. So whenever there is a change in the data, this will automatically change based on the backend data. So yeah, I will take a pause here for questions. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay. Sandeep, can you tell me how to create a bin? Hello. Okay. Hari, can you tell me how to create a bin? Okay. Yeah. Sinu, can you tell me what is the importance of histogram chat? What it Sinu is not on the call. Okay. Okay. And we'll go to the next chat. Okay, so this chat is very important. So this will be asked in many of the interviews. So here are the steps that to create this top and bottom end sets. And we can also, so this can also be, let's say, edit set, create new parameter, select top values. So we can give user the, we can give access to the user so that he can select n value. So now that we have limited it for one value, which is 5, so we can give access to the user to select any number of top or bottom. Let's go to top and bottom. Okay, so just show this parameter and top. The top values show parameter. So here we are giving access to the user so that he can enter the value. We'll just give type in. Okay, so if I type in 10, so I can see bottom 10. If I type in 7, I can see top 7. Then this one, yeah. So likewise, we can give access to the user so that he can see any number of top or any number of bottom values that he can select. So this will be visible in the dashboard. So that is about top and bottom and charts. So now let's go to part 2 whole. So part 2 whole are this representation can also be called as a tree map. It is renowned as tree map. So let's see how to create that. So to create a tree map, it is similar as a bar chart. So you need to have any dimension. Let's take the subcategory in sales and just go to show me button and click on tree map. Okay, so now we have, so there are 3 representations in 3 ways. This tree map, it will show us the sales values. So one is size, the other one is thickness of the color, and the other one is hierarchy. So in 3 ways, it is representing any measure that we use in the tree map. So if you see the by thickness of the color, we can identify which is having the highest value. And by seeing the size of the box, if you see if the size of the box is more, the value of the sales is more. And hierarchy. So when I say hierarchy, so if it is a left topmost will have the left topmost will be the highest sale value and right bottom is the lowest sale value. So with that also the arrangement, based on the arrangement also, we can identify it is having the highest value. And as per the reporting standards, whichever is on the left part of the left top part is the most viewed part in any of the dashboard. Let's say you create any dashboard, you create any multiple worksheets. So you try to keep most important worksheet on the left top, because that is the most viewed worksheet or in any reporting tool. So if you put any worksheet or any representation, so as per the standards, that is the most viewable location. I mean, as per the standards. So if you want to keep any important worksheet, that is the place where you need to keep. And for tree map, hierarchically, you will have the left topmost will have the highest sale value, and bottom will have the bottom right will have the lowest value. So that is the importance of tree map. So these are the 3 ways it represents the data: size, color, and hierarchy. So this is one more representation. Let's say we can create a conditional coloring as well. And there is one more important interview question. Tree map and heat map. Usually, yeah, usually we get these type of questions. What is the difference between tree map and heat map? So let's see how a heat map is created. So let's just uh, take this. We'll take the same example. So let's take subcategory. Sales. Okay. So basically, what it does is, so there are only two options. I mean, in two ways it represents. Let me show you. In size and color. Okay, so we can identify the sale value based on the size of the box, based on the thickness of the color. So there are only two representations in heat map. So where you can identify by using the sale value, I mean, by thickness of the color or the size of the box. But in case of heat tree map, we also have hierarchy. So basically the difference is hierarchy. So whenever you get a question, like what is the difference between a tree map and a heat map, it's basically the hierarchy. So it is not arranged in the hierarchical order. So if you take any of the sales or any subcategory or any dimension that you take, so it will arrange in a particular order so that the left top will have the highest value and the bottom right will have the lowest value. So this is mandatory for tree map. So hierarchy is the main difference between a tree map and a heat map. So that is on how to create a tree map. So now let's talk about, or let me create a condition. So create, I want to see sale value on the top. Yeah. So if you want to see the labels, you need to put any measure value in the label so that you will be able to see that value on top of the worksheet. So I want to create a calculate field. If sum of sales greater than 300,000, right? Sum of sales less than 300,000 and the sum of sales greater than 150,000, then moderate. Is that has to be else if conditional color. So basically this is the most of the times we use if calculations or case statements. Just conditional color put the conditional color in color marks file. Okay. Yeah. So green, red, orange. So these are the very most popular colors. Or in like while using these three colors, you need to be mindful. Like let's say if I'm creating any, let's say subcategory sales. Let's say I'm creating a bubble chart. Okay. So you need to be careful that you, let's say if you are using green colors and red colors, you need to be mindful. Let's say you have to use different color for that. So why? Because so if you are choosing a green color or a red color, that means in the representation you are telling something is good or something is bad. So in case of this one, I want to show this is, this is performing good. Like I have my sales more than 300,000. I want to represent it is giving more sales. So that's why I'm telling it as good. That's why I'm representing it with green color. And whichever is less than $150,000, I'm representing it with bad. And whichever is in between 150,000 to $300,000, I'm representing it with moderate, which is orange color. So these three colors represent something like which is good or bad or moderate. But in this case, I just want to show some different colors and I just want to show the values. That's it. So if I say something is green, that means I'm not, in this case, I don't want to represent good or bad. I just want to show the numbers. That's it. So there has to be a cost to use green, red, and bottom. Green, red, and orange. Yeah. So that is about the conditional coloring and the tree map. So now let's go to spatial chart. Okay. So basically, the spatial chart answers the regional level information of values. So directly we can identify in which location the values are getting more or less. So in that way, we can take action on that particular area. So let's go to so to create any spatial charts, so we need to have one geolocation for sure. So we need to have any country or region or state or city provinces. So let's take state. Okay, so these many states available, and I will take state. Okay, so by the size of the circle, I will be able to know how this is performing. And so I want to put colors also. Yeah. So this can also be called as spatial heat maps. So by thickness of the color, I can identify in which area my sale value is more. And I can go to that area and I can take actions. And we also have area coloring. So it colors the entire area. So if you see California, so it colors that area. And yeah, so we can able to know like in this area, the sale value is more. You can call this as spatial heat map. And yeah, so if you see in the left data, so everything is represented with any small icons. So I'll tell you about the small icons. So this represents globe represents a geolocation. globe represents geolocation. So that means it will have latitude and longitude information. So this can be region, state, city, postal code. So any information, it will be converted into geolocation. So Tableau will automatically understand till postal code level. So even if you create any data, let's say if you create any data like state, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka. So let me just save this file. So if I go here and connect to that Excel, so click on this to connect to any data source. Okay, so Tableau will automatically understand the place names. So if you see the name customer one, customer two, it gave only the ABC, like it's just a text value. But for the names Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, so Tableau will automatically understand these locations. Like if you give the data of state, or if you give the postal codes, if you give district names and country names and all, so Tableau will automatically understand that this is the information of some geolocation. And yeah, so whenever you drag and drop that particular, so it will also create latitude and longitude information. So when you put this state, so it will just show you the location. Okay. So we are just typing the names of those three locations. So Tableau will automatically pick up those three locations and will give us the information. So we can color it based on the sale value. Yeah. So in a glance, we can understand Karnataka has the highest sale value, and Andhra Pradesh has the lowest sale value. So that's how we can represent the spatial charts, and Tableau will identify the locations. So now let's see the others. So this is only for the text value. Let's say any customer names or anything, category, subcategory, all this comes under ABC. And you have this symbol called calendar. So when you see this symbol, that means it's a date. If you in the data also, let's say date. So in the data, if you have date and all, the Tableau will automatically understand that it's a date. Sorry, I need to save this file. Refresh. Yeah. So Tableau will automatically understand that it's a date. If it is in the date format, then it will identify it as a date. And we also have this symbol. This is nothing but a group. So if you create any group, so it will show, yeah, basically these three are getting grouped together in this manufacturer. So it is a symbol for group. And these are the bins that we have created. So bins mainly used to create the histogram chart. So that's the reason in the icon they have kept this histogram chart. And this is a symbol for set. and these are the symbols for numbers. And let me show you. So there will be symbols for date and time as well. If you click on date and time, you will see a small logo which will have time watch symbol. And we also have string. String is nothing but ABC. And we also have Boolean. So when we write any calculations like Boolean calculations, uh, let's say true or false kind of thing. If that is equal, let's say sum of sales is more than $200,000, then say true, and else if we say it as false, so that those type of conditions will come under true or false or Boolean function. So I will show you some of the examples, or let me write a calculation for this. Create calculated field. If sum of sales is greater than 200,000, then true. Else false. And see, it is mentioned as T by F. So that means it's a Boolean function. So how this works is, so let's take sales subcategory, and take that Boolean function. Okay. So whichever is having more than $200,000, it is represented in a different color. And whichever is having less than $200,000, it is represented with false. Or you can just directly put it here, Boolean. Yeah. It will not, we can see the information wherever there is a more than $200,000. So these 5 subcategories have value which is more than $200,000. And here we have which is less than $200,000. So that is about the icons and the variety of charts. Sandeep, are you on call? Hello. Yeah. Can you tell me the difference between heat map and tree map? Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Uh, Hari, can you tell me what is the process to create a tree map? Mhm. Oh, yeah, correct. Okay, so do you have any questions from this session or from the previous sessions and all? Okay, so have you guys installed this Tableau in your desktop? So we can do some assignments. So I'll just give you few assignments. So in the previous session, we have, let's say, yeah. So I have shared this Tableau session 2 in the WhatsApp. So, and you have few of the steps also, how to create all this. So wherever there are steps, so for bar chart, you have steps. and you have steps for creating the correlation chart, and steps to create the line chart. And in this session also we have Tableau session 3. So we have steps to create histogram and to create top and bottom. So wherever there you see the steps, right? So create these and show me in the next session. So I will put this Tableau session 3 also in the WhatsApp and try to prepare these steps. So I think there are 4 or 5 sheets that we have. So create that, and for now you put the screenshots to me in the WhatsApp separately, not in the group. Send me separately, and I will tell you how to publish in the Tableau online. Let me show you once. So there is a way we can publish it to the server. So I'll just show you how to publish in the Tableau server so that you can publish there, and so you need to have Tableau. You need to sign into Tableau. Okay. Okay, you log into this Tableau website and get this credentials, and you can publish in the Tableau public. Okay. So hello. ఓకే, అర్థమైందా? అంటే ట్యాబ్లు పబ్లిక్ లో ఒక జీమెయిల్ ఐడి క్రియేట్ చేసుకొని దీంట్లో పబ్లిష్ చేసి నాకు లింక్ షేర్ చేస్తే నేను ఆ లింక్ చూసుకొని నేను వెరిఫై చేసుకుంటా. ఎవ్రీ టైం స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్ ఏం లేకుండా. ఓకే, ఇంకేమైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయా? సరే, అర్థమవుతుందా క్లాసెస్? ఓకే. Okay, then let's meet in the next session. Thank you. Bye.